Hello, and welcome to the new playthrough that I am starting on this channel, and it is the most original version you could ever get of a Final Fantasy game, and it is the original 1988 Famicom/NES version of the original Final Fantasy. And, well, out in the West, it wasn't released until 1990, which was a year before Final Fantasy IV, so of course when Final Fantasy IV came out, Final Fantasy IV was, rushed out in the West, which left Final Fantasy 2 and 3 unreleased outside of Japan. Of course, that's not really a big deal for Final Fantasy 2, but Final Fantasy 3 being my second favourite, it is a bummer. But here we are today to start the NES version of Final Fantasy 1. I don't know if I'll do the NES version of Final Fantasy 2, even though I think the game's garbage, I might still do it. Depends how I'm feeling, and because I've got about 7 weeks left, I'll just have to see. So without further ado, let's get into it. The world is veiled in darkness, the wind stops, the sea is wild, and the earth begins to rot. The people wait, their only hope, a prophecy. When the world is in darkness, 4 warriors will come. After a long journey, 4 young warriors arrive, each holding an orb. Well, here we go. So respond rate, we'll put about 6, and then we'll go into a new game. So fighter, bang. Let's have my name. So you get 4 characters. Perfect. So thieves are useless. So we're gonna have a black belt. We'll call him Tifa, why not? And then we're gonna get a black mage, and well, if you're gonna get a custom black mage, you've got to call it Vivi. I'm sorry, it's the only name you can give him. I believe in the original, well, when I did the playthrough of the Dawn of Souls version, I had Vivi, and white mage was Yuna, but not this time. Not this time. It's going to be Rosa this time. Because now I've played loads of Final Fantasies, I know that Final Fantasy X is just, it's not that good compared to others. I don't care what people say, but people who say that Final Fantasy X is a good Final Fantasy probably haven't played many between 1 to 9. So here we are, the world map. Anyway, so of course we've got the menu. Now I got up to the first boss fight, defeated the first boss, crossed the bridge, and then I stopped it there. I was just doing a test. But yeah, with this game, you can only save it in an inn. It's weird, but that's the way it is. Right, so Iron Hammer goes to Rosa. A wooden nunchuck goes to Tifa. A rapier goes to Moi. And then a wooden staff goes to Vivi. His magic game will be strong, but his attack game won't be. But that is fine. Right, here we go. Vivi. So hopefully this isn't too loud and you can still hear me, because I can't turn it down, because you need to pay for the full version of the NES emulator to turn the volume down. That's just the way it is. Right, so now I've got at least 200 left over. Time to get some white magic. Kia. Now I do think it's quite funny how some of the magic has been spelt, because of course it only has 4 letters. So you've got slept instead of sleep. And then we've got to get fire. Just need to make sure. Yep, fire. So this is the battle system used seen in both versions of Final Fantasy III. Now, of course, in the DS remake of Final Fantasy III, they kept the magic system in, where you can't use items like ethers to restore MP, and you got the magic in levels and could only use a certain amount of magic in each level. That was originally in Final Fantasy 1 as well, but in the Dawn of Souls remake for Final Fantasy 1, of course, they turned it into the MP system, where you could use ethers to get your MP back and all that stuff. But of course, both versions of Final Fantasy 3 decided to keep its classic magic system, but in my opinion, Final Fantasy 3's battle system is one of the best. The best is probably 5's. It's funny that, because the two Final Fantasies with probably the best two battle systems are the two most underrated ones. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the stories of Final Fantasies, they're the greatest stories in games. But that shows that people worry too much about the story. But anyway, there's no point, making this a Final Fantasy opinion show, because this is a playthrough, so here we go. Light Warriors, just as in Liu Kang's prophecy, Garland has kidnapped the princess. Please help her. Okay, my friend. In sadness, the queen locked herself inside. Oh dear. I am Jane, Queen of Corneria. Please save my daughter, Princess Sara. So I'm going to grind up to level 2. Go off, defeat Garland. I'll take her back to here. And then to end the video, I will go back into the cave, the crypt or cave, whatever I'm going to call it, in order to get the chest and stuff, because I'll just rush straight to Garland first off. But anyway, here we go. So there is a system known on the original where moves would be ineffective because of the time and the age of the game, of course. They didn't redirect targets once you killed an enemy, so in this you have to do it manually. I have seen partially a playthrough of this past few weeks, where it took that said YouTuber ages to realise what the ineffective means. But anyway, I'm going to go up here because you can get the horse. I forgot what it's called, but it'd be useful to get. It'll give like 15 experience, but I get the impus. Boom, boom, boom. Let's continue. Get impus again. Did you just... I must have accidentally did a double tap on A. It caused Rosa to hit what's going to become an ineffective target. Never mind. Do do do. Do do do. Diddle 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 diddle. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Down out. So of course ineffective, but don't matter because these two have got the others. Bum 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 bum. You know, didn't I get to level 3 first when I did it? I don't remember. Oh, hello, wolf. Bum, bum, bum. Can you stop missing, please? Bum, bum, bum. There we go. We are done. Nearly a level up. Bum 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 bum. See, I think I want to get to level 3, not level 2. Nobuo Uematsu, what a legend. You know, especially for the music for the original Final Fantasy 3. Like, the sounds he composed for the original trilogy, they should never have came out of this system, but they just did. Anyway, of course, I hope the battle speed of 6 is good enough. It should be. Anyway, here we go again. So of course, imps are a staple in the Final Fantasy franchise for being the weak enemies, the ones you get at the start of campaigns. Final Fantasy 1 starts with them littered around here. Final Fantasy 3, you get a forced battle before you even gain movement with them. Final Fantasy 2, I don't remember. I know you get like bombs and all that crap around. And here comes the level ups. And they show you the maximum health you get, but that's about it. But anyway, yeah. So you get that. Boom, boom. Final Fantasy 4 has imps. Because you get the imp chieftains as well. And then Final Fantasy 5, once you leave the first meteor, you get imps. Final Fantasy 6, you do not get imps. That's one of the few Final Fantasies that don't start off with them. Final Fantasy 7 doesn't start with it. Oh, Mad Pony, this is what I wanted. Final Fantasy 8 doesn't, it has bombs. Final Fantasy 9. I remember Final Fantasy 9 when it comes to enemies. Does it in the forest? I think it has it relatively near the beginning, but oh no, you should finish it off. Thank you. So you got all that stuff. Now Final Fantasy 10 I don't care, but I think it's like flans and stuff. But anyway, status. So yeah, 137 for a level up. That's mad. Don't know if there's any point. If I go straight over to Garland, I think I should. There we go. Is there anything else I need? I don't think so. So let's go to the inn. Don't forget, if you leave your game, hold reset while you turn power off. So when you leave your game, you have to hold reset. So like, hold down the power button instead of tapping it, so it kind of saves. Apparently, the original had a knack for auto-deleting save files, which I'm sure would have been a bloody pain for anybody that, you know, tried to get through the original. Anyway, I don't know if I can get battles out on this field or if it's only like the forests and stuff. On the marshlands. It's like you only get one way you can move across the board of enemies, of course. I could move right once to go to that imp on its own, but I'd have to press down 3 times or up once. And of course, for its simplicity... Oh shit, hang on, what am I doing? For its simplicity, this game was fantastic, really, think about it. And I mean, it saved Square Enix. Like, people can be a Final Fantasy hater, but a lot of people's favourite games are Square Enix games. That wouldn't have been a thing if it weren't for this game. You know? Well, that is a thought. Apparently, it was going to be called Fighting Fantasy as well, which just seems weird. But hey, oh, spiders? No, creeps. Of all the enemies you could have given me, you give me these twats. Ouch. I'm not wasting my magic. I don't actually know what drink does either, to be honest. Anyway, ouch. Where did I save it again? Shit. Gotta make it all the way back now. Right, for Impus again. Like, literally, they can give me anything but creeps. They can give me creeps when I return here, after I defeat Garland, that's fine. But I need the MP for Garland. Like, it will only take like 2 or 3 turns to defeat, but that's not the point. Haven't seen any of the other versions of imps yet, or wolves. Did you call them Crimp or Krulf? Anyway, let's go. But with the GR to make Grimp and Grulf probably is great. I'm assuming it is anyway. Why did you keep on giving me creeps for? Stop it. Try that again. She didn't do this before, like, just run. Like, of all the battles they could have given me, they give me this shit. There we go, piss off. Let's go. I don't know if this will work at level 2, but let's try it. No one touches my princess. Light warriors, you impertinent fools. I, Garland, will knock you all down. Whatever. So, of course, original FF had no boss music. It's this theme for every single fight in the game. Of course, that's its only flaw, really. It has great themes for dungeons, though, I will say. So yeah, Garland's a sissy compared to the normal enemies. I mean, I just got a critical hit on you. You're nearly dead already, mate. Cheers. Do 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 do, and he's dead. So you are the Light Warriors. Thank you. Thank you for saving the princess. To aid your quest, I ordered a bridge built to the continent. Go now, and make the orbs shine again. So, of course, it wasn't crystals in this, it was orbs, which is quite strange now. This loot has been passed down from queen to princess for 2,000 years. Garland stole it when he kidnapped me. Please accept it as my gift. It just might come in handy. Now there are the puzzle elements that you get throughout the game that I did in the Dawn of Souls version. I don't remember the order of some of like the places to go to. So I'm going to have to wing some of these sections. Because honestly I don't remember. But that's just the way it is. Anyway, for a level up 93. Do I go for a run round the dungeon now? There we go. See what else there is. Like, I think there's a lot of flaws in this game, because apparently some of the magic spells just don't work. Like, you probably remember me using in the original Final Fantasy, I forgot what the spell is, but it's a spell that like really improves a character's attack. Apparently that doesn't work in the original. But anyway, there we go. So he's got fire and lightning. He does need ice, but that might be level 2. I don't remember. Well, actually, I don't know, because they've changed the system. Well, they kind of changed the system. In Dawn of Souls, they still had levels 1 to 8. It was just done a bit differently, but of course, Final Fantasy III Remake just kept everything as it was, and it's just perfect. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if I'll be crossing the bridge today, because I am literally just going to be going back to the Chaos Shrine now, in order to have a look around. So yeah, apparently in the original Final Fantasy 1 and 2, you could one-shot both final bosses. I think Final Fantasy 2 has the Blood Sword, which deals 9999, which is enough for that boss. I'm not going to say who it is. I actually feel sorry for the villain of Final Fantasy 2, because he's a pretty decent villain. It's just the game he's in is just absolutely dogshite. So I feel sorry for him. But hey ho. I mean, I like Final Fantasy 3, which in terms of the villain department, until like the last 2 hours, it's lacking. But that's the thing with me and Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy 7. Story-wise, Final Fantasy 7 is perfection. Gameplay-wise, Final Fantasy 3 is perfection, at least in my opinion. In terms of gameplay, I just enjoy Final Fantasy 3 the most. I do enjoy Final Fantasy 5s a lot though, but in terms of ranking, only first and second place are clear to me. So 7, 3, and then I'd probably put 4, 5, 6, and 9 all joint third place, because it's hard to measure up. And then when I've gone through 12, I'll probably end up ranking that eventually as well. Anyway, we've got some bones. Oh, there's no multi-targeting with magic either, it's single targeting. Why are you lagging for? You weren't doing this when I played this last week as a little test. There's an awful lot of missing in this game. Jesus Christ. I mean, they miss me a lot, but still, Jesus. Just don't give me creeps, please. Anyway, I found a cap, and the chest stays closed. Yep. I'll save it here in case someone else can get it. If someone else can wear the cap, I'll give it them, because Adam's defense is solid for now. There we go. Let's get it. Holy shit. Ouch! See, critical hits just break through defense barriers. Like, it would have dealt 1 to Adam, but it dealt, what, 15 because of a crit. Bang. Oh, stop bloody missing it. Can you stop missing it, you stupid bitch, stupid bitch. At least you're gonna get nowhere if you keep on missing the Great Wolf. He would have been dead by now if it weren't for misses. Oh, bloody hell, there's a quick hit. Finish it off, please. Thank you. Fuck me. Alright, hold on, Tifa, hold on. Oh shit, hang on. Because once I check the top left, the 2 doors on the other side need the mystic key to open, which I get after like I guess the first like major section is done. We'll be for a few episodes. I mean, the game ain't long, but it might end up being longer than Dawn of Souls because of some of the other stuff I have to do. In a 59 bloody experience. Look at that. Damn. I got me up to level 3 pretty quickly. Well, nearly level 3 very quickly, I should say. Right, we've got a hill, which is, I guess, a potion. We've got a cabin, because you can use tents in cabins, like in Final Fantasy 4, to heal you up. So I'll save state it, just, of course. 1, it acts as a backup, and 2, it's just so that mid-battles, I'm fine anyway. Got the speed there. Oh, bloody hell, it's trying to catch up because it desynced as it lagged. 8 more experience and then bang. I should have probably offered an epileptic warning, shouldn't I? Because of all the flashing lights as like I exit a menu, enter a menu, or leave a town and whatnot. Like that. And we've got a Great Imp or a Grimp. We go, bang, 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 bang. So if memory serves, I think I found out, I think I mentioned it in Dawn of Souls actually, that you can only go up to level 50 in this. Because that's just the way the game works. Which means it's perfectly fine, it's just I know it'll be strange, but I mean most Final Fantasies are completed below that anyway. Like Final Fantasy 6 can be completed in the 30s. You can even do low levels, like get to the teens, and it's fine. But anyway. I know the perfect place to leave it, so I will be ending it very soon. But first, I wanna do this quickly, just because I want to, show the prologue and the prelude, just because it's iconic. This is what started it all off. Now, what you're about to see, is a staple for Final Fantasy. So here we go. And so, their journey begins. What awaits the four? They do not know. This song, man. Dear to the heart, I tell you. Each holding an orb that 2,000 years ago shined with beauty from within, but now all light is gone. Come, start your journey. Return the light of peace to our world. Programmed by Messiah. And then the character design, Yoshitaka Amano. And then scenario by Kenji Terada. Production of Square 18. And there we go. So, thank you for watching this episode of my playthrough of the original Final Fantasy. And in the next episode, I will be leaving Corneria, or Cornelia, as it became officially known as, to head over to the port town. Now, I don't remember the names, because of the difference in translations as well. Probably end up getting them wrong. But, as said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.